That's amazing. We are definitely going for it in 2024. Hello, Bjorn. Welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you. We missed you at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And just for all your information, Bjorn, you've just come in. Andre's not well. So she's just she's watching us from a distance and not participating today. And we wish her well as soon as possible. So it's going to be a Monica kickoff for you this morning, but I'd like as much input from any of you as possible as we self-motivate and get ourselves going into 2024. I just want to mention to all of you a little whisper. There's one person on this call who is almost in line for an invitation to Mauritius, and it's not me. So if it's not the reason why any of us do it to motivate, to do our business to help somebody else, but if you do a little bit of extra this month, it would be lovely for the sake of the person who is hoping to get an invitation to Mauritius. I hope you didn't mind me saying that. You know who you are, person.
So tell us who it is.
It's not me, Bjorn.
So really
it's somebody who is a fairly almost consistently qualified Sapphire director, obviously our leader of the group. So any comments from anybody? How has your new year started in terms of the business? Any ideas anybody wants to share, please throw them in as we go along. I thought I would just start off with the things that we ended last year on. So we do just a quick little back summary of where we were up to at the end. First of all, thank you, Andre, for the affirmations book, which you gave us on the WhatsApp group as a gift. So if you haven't opened it or had it printed, go and get it out and start looking at that as my suggestion. The point of that book is that we were talking about working on our mindset, and instead of, so the Andre, you would correct me straight away because I have it here and I haven't started reading it, confession session, but it's about making statements into the future. And so we all have to be working constantly on our mindset. So I will be referring to that as we go along through the year, I think. And thank you, Andre, for it. We also all committed to start writing. And I did get myself a beautiful new book. And Bob, you spoke about your calligraphy and how keeping a journal has been significant in your life. And
can't see it.
You've got one too. Awesome. So I have to confess, I just started about 4, 5, 6 days ago, and I've already missed a day. So I have to pull myself together on that. So please, all of you, if you would to take the advice of the experts, is to start writing in a nice journal for reflection and projection. I think those are my 2 words. And also, so as we work on ourselves and see where we can improve and reminding ourselves what we have to be doing. So let's keep that in mind as we get into the new year. And then I'm just going to do a bit of quick housekeeping. I really, really encourage you all to keep your eye on the back office. I know, Bjorn, you're doing that, Andre, Bob, I think we all are. But I will keep reminding you here at this meeting or through the WhatsApp group. Anything that's changing or being updated is being put up there on the company back office. And I find that sometimes there's too much stuff to take in all at once. Go back and remind yourselves. The big one that's been shared this week, let me quickly share with you, if I can quickly do these quickly. Share screen. I need to go onto here. Resource library, and I put up here the fast start. Okay, I don't know how to remove this thing on the side again. So can you all see that? So go onto your back office. This is what some of the training over the last week has been. I haven't been to all the meetings, but this one I think is very, very important, because the reality of our business is that we need to be sponsoring, recruiting, or whatever you want to call it, new people constantly. Monica Dubé, your new lady, congratulations. You got Alice joined in December. She can still qualify for this fast start. So without going into too much detail on it, they've tweaked it quite a bit so that it's the first full 3 months with another 2 months added on. And there's a total of 1160, which doesn't sound like much money at all. But for somebody who's starting, it's a really, really significant amount of money. And we should never be too critical of if it sounds little, but it, every cent adds up. And so it's just a motivation to get people started as quickly as possible. The other one I'm going to quickly share with you, which it has also looks like it's been tweaked, is our 3 and 30. You personally sponsor 3 new distributors who all do 100 points in a month, and you qualify for 3 and 30 PIN and earn 10 free PV credits. So every time you do that, it's worth somewhere around about 200 to 300 Rand. And then as it accumulates there, then you can pick up rewards. You can either swap it out for products, a Super 10, an LDC or whatever. And I see that they've added a Neolife gear. I think that some of them, I might be quite tempted to upgrade some of my gear on some of this stuff. Okay, so please go onto your back offices and check out these things. There's also the whole new 2024 incentive book I see is already up. I have to say that in the beginning stages for me in this business, I'd look at those incentives and I'd never look at them again because it looked so big. It was almost too big for me to take in the things that needed to be done. So that's why I'm focusing you all in on the 3 and 30 and onto the fast start, because those are easy to get our heads into, and then also to motivate other people to get going. Any comments, questions at this stage? Oh, it's a Monica monologue today.
Oh.
Right, so I'm going to share something else. Okay, so I've got to keep your eye on the back office and use the resources. And so I was actually quite thought it was quite amusing just to finish up on the housekeeping, that the company shared that little video yesterday. Guess what's back? Pro Vitality's back. So Bjorn, you'll be getting your machine back today. Thank you so much for lending it to me. It's been very useful for packing our own Pro Vitality. I'm very pleased that it's back, and we will watch that space to see what else is coming when apparently there will be it's come back exactly the same as it was, which is very strange. And apparently there will be a new version coming at some stage. So I'm going to share with you this morning, and if you want to take notes, I will put it up onto the group for you. Many, many years ago in 2005, in Lynn Banks's team, there was a gentleman called Muhsin, and I was very impressed by him. And I took the notes that he made a little speech on the day he became a Sapphire director. And I thought, let me just share this with you for want of nothing else. I love the notes I took, and I'll just skim through it quickly. Okay. As a motivation for getting the year started. Your attitude determines your altitude. We know that old, very famous, well-known little saying. A very important point to remember: every month must be a new month. You must make a firm commitment month by month. So it's a month by month business. decide where you want to be and how you're going to get there. And this is where your journal comes in. Know why you joined the business. If they never stop going on about the why, and it's really the motivation, why are you doing it? Compile a self-talk back to our journals, back to the affirmations book. This is a very important tool for the down times to boost your morale. And boy, do we go down sometimes. But we go up again, and that's the most important thing. There is no secret or special formula to being successful in this business. It's just down to doing the basics. For staying power, know why you joined the business. This will remind you of the reason to stay. Organize and have a daily, weekly action plan. And often I've heard at these motivation talks the idea of 3 stones or coins in your pocket. And each time you speak about the business, you swap from one to the other. These are just little things to remind us during the day to keep focus on what we have to do to build our own networks. So I thought that this all fits in again with the journal, but the weekly plan is so important. And I would add in here what I'm doing this year. I'm back to setting myself number targets. You need to write these things down and make sure that you can see them regularly and know what your target is, not only for the month, but for the week. And you can even take it down to a daily target. There was a point, as I reminisce, in our own time in the business, where I said to Rob, I'm not going to sleep until I have got, and this was at about 6 in the evening, until I've had a sale today. I don't know where it's going to come from. I better go and start making some calls. 6:30, I was making calls. At 8 o'clock, an order came in. I don't know how it works, but if you get your mind focused on what works for you, it will happen. So again, this aspect of planning, have a conscious plan. And to this day, I still work on having at least 1 order a day. Get those orders moving. You have to have your own personal PV in the background as important as the PV of your team. So make a conscious plan on how you're going to do it. Make sure you educate yourself about the plan and the products. That's going to training, it's reading, asking, challenging, keep going, and make sure that you do your own self-education. For the products, I also think that we should be expecting every single one of us here, and I'm talking to myself, to make sure we've all done those university courses, and also to keep on looking through the back office for more information. And I think our Saturday WhatsApp group is a fantastic forum for us to keep on building knowledge on the products. There's so many products there that we actually hardly even refer to. And we can focus really into getting more information for ourselves as the year goes on. Maintain a name list of 100 all the time. Maintain a name list of 100 all the time. It's the powerhouse of the business. Did you go into a fruit shop today? Did you speak to someone there? Did you get a phone number? Did you hand out a business card? Did you send, you can get business cards on your e-business cards out, you can send out on WhatsApp groups. Just keep the name list growing, and then make appointments, follow up and follow through. It is absolutely true. The fortune is in the follow-up. And I've heard diamond directors saying how they regret the number of people they missed because they didn't follow up. So that is somewhere each one of us has to work our own method for remembering. And again, it's the writing down either on your phone or in a book, but keep going with the follow-up. You can see it's an old document, but use near-life events. They are a window to the business. Be loyal to your business. Use the products. There should not be a handy Andy in anybody's home. There should not be any other product that is available in Neolife should be in your house. You use as much of the products as yourself. Change your buying habits. It works, I can tell you. And Bjorn, you've been the one that's been recommending to us to use our products for gifting. I gave a lot of people aloe gel this Christmas. Use your products as in any way that you can. And then learn how to move products, which is sort of a euphemism, I suppose. But learning to listen, which is one of the things we've done a lot on this group. Learning to listen and hearing people's needs, telling stories. And we will work on that as we go along through the year all the time. Be involved in team and company events. Be present. Otherwise, you will die the GNLD death. So we're all here. We're not going to die. Okay. None of us are going to die the GNLD death. We are here for the long haul. Be dependable. No, people must know that you can be trusted. Invest in your business and if necessary, top up the PV. So every time you pay to go to a training or a convention or whatever they call them these days, or if you're sitting at 240 points and you get a call from Monica, that 10 points is an investment to get yourself up to earning your bonus. When you pay for training, you're investing in your business, and then go vigorously to your next step. And that's my challenge to all of us, myself included, at the start of the year. Yet, let's use these coming 3 months and be extremely vigorous about getting things up and running. Help your people. Follow the marketing plan. It's been a common thing over the years in many teams. People go and often do their own thing. Just stick to the plan. But we get our own system going. Work out a system. That's the trick I have discovered. In those days, you needed to do a volume of 300 to get a bonus. Or else maybe he was saying, set it a little bit higher than what the company is suggesting that we do. Challenge yourself to go a little bit more in that month and work with your team, and never end your month with naught. You should at least all be doing your 100-point minimum and try to get it done in the first week of the month. We are now into our, well, theoretically, in my mind, we finished the first week, although it's been the second week because of New Year. So in my mind, we finished week 1 and we're going into week 2. And I love this. Success is 100% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Self-motivation is the most important thing. What do you want out of the business? Back to your why. So your goals and your dreams, these are the motivation and will carry you through irrespective to the negative environment. And being a man of God, he added in his thanks to Almighty God. So I hope that what resonates with you. I have reread this thing many times over the years, and it has been a great motivator for me. All right, I'm opening it up now. You've heard enough of me for this morning. Any questions? Anything anybody wants to say or suggest or share with us?
Yeah, can I make some comments? Okay.
Yes, Bob.
You know,
Can't hear you, Bob. You're not coming through.
Can you hear me now? You can hear, right? Rob, all right?
Can't hear.
Monica?
Bob, can
Rob's
you? Rob?
okay.
Can you hear Bob?
I can hear fine.
What does
Okay.
that mean, Rob? I don't know what you're meaning. Is it my sound that's problem?
Yeah.
Okay, it's my sound. Okay, just hold on. Sorry, Bob. Bob, just keep talking.
Okay, can you hear now? Is it coming through yet?
Oh, I know why. I've got headphones here. It's coming in the headphones. Maybe it's the headphones. Okay, are you talking, Bob?
I am now. Can you hear me? Bingo. Right. The light has gone on. Good. Yeah, I just want to, I suppose, share, some of the stuff, and maybe it'll resonate with others, and others can, we can make comments about it. Is okay. And looking at what is, Musin put down, I mean, those things are fantastic. And the crazy thing about it, if I look at so much of that as a health coach, that's literally what I do with my coachees on a weekly basis. And I do it on a weekly basis with them, and I see them on a weekly basis. And I do most of those things with them. I mean, the thing that you pretty much that you spoke about earlier is this thing of almost looking at your unlimited beliefs. It's a thing that we do in life and health coaching, is that we look at those things and we try and make it that we make statements present so that of what where we are really wanting to be. So we're keeping that positive mind frame. I think, the biggest thing and where it comes in, even with this journey that I've gone down, trying to set up online businesses and, all of the things of promoting and what I've experienced of late. I mean, with the two people that I recently got on, it was just one of those things. I happened to be having and it went, and by the end of the conversation, just with me sharing my story, I ended up with my niece deciding, no, this is what she's got to do. We've got to still do a lot of work on that. But the thing that as I say, I sit at the moment is looking at this thing, building the lists. And the most important thing, I mean, it comes with look at any of the online marketing stuff, and you look at the pro as well, pro networking, all that kind of stuff. The thing is getting your list and getting, having that stuff. When you have a situation, and that's what I say with me, is what I'm looking at the moment, and I'll maybe just share a little bit of what I'm thinking in order to try and do this, is that I because of the kind of work that I do currently, I spend a lot of time behind a computer in an office, and the amount of time that I spend with others, and yes, with people that we train with, and some of that's beginning now to rub off and work. But how else can we actually have those interactions? How else can we spread it? Because the key to this, and one of the big things is, you're talking about it, just having this diary and the information in the front of these diaries. I mean, I sit now and, literally every day we look through the stuff, because the information there, a lot of that information, not only motivational, but it's very, helpful. So, it helps keep you going. But the thing goes back to how do we, because at the end of the day, the important thing is to grow this team, is to grow the team around us. That's what's gonna do, the job. So how else can we actually do this? And some of the things that I've been thinking about, I've mentioned what, I think one or two of them to you, Monica, like going to the green room in Jeffreys Bay and actually doing training sessions. And what I've been thinking about this last week is, in fact, on a weekly basis, to have a webinar, but on a, very much like we're doing here, but actually take a and that's why for me, I suppose that's where it's come from, is looking at a set of topics over the year of different things related to health, that I as a health coach can actually show people or do the webinar. And then we can invite, because it's to try and find a way of getting people together to to actually spread that word, and then giving out letting the information out in terms of Neolife, and being able to make a living out of it, which I think is also one of the really big things that I've missed for so many years. I've been here for so many years, but now I'm getting impatient that I actually want to be able to grow the team. My biggest problem is I maybe don't, and the people I do interact with, it's quite interesting. I was talking with a lawyer and his assistant the other day, and they found out I was a health coach, and off we went. And they were actually so interested. They spent half of my, meeting with them because they wanted to know more information about this. So, that whole thing that comes through, that just talking about your story and actually, letting people know about it, that definitely does work. And, out of that, I may even get the lawyer may even come along as, to be coached and to be worked with. So, but what I'm saying is, how do we find other ways to do it? Because, for me at the moment, the biggest thing is that I maybe do not come across enough people outside of my professional circles, because I spend most of my time working. And yes, I've got to change the way that I do. And hopefully by the end of February, when I'm qualified, that I will, be moving more into the other arena, and that will provide that, because I'll be interacting with people online a lot of the time anyway, because that's how I coach right now. I can coach face to face, but a lot of it is easier than having to run that time across town or whatever, to take that time in traveling. We do it by Zoom, and as long as I can see people and see their expressions in their face and whatnot, the interaction works. It does work for the coaching sessions. But what I'm saying is that's the frustration, I guess, at the moment, is that how do I get enough feet in front of me to to be able to, because it does work. It does work when you talk, and I've found that in numerous instances. I mean, even as I say, the coaching group that I used to coach here for triathlon, when I'm in Joburg, I very often train with them, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't, always been on the group on the Saturday mornings, because I go and train with them. And there are people there who are, and I mean, out of that, I've got 2 people who, because they know about it, I coach them, but I coach them on a health coaching basis, not a triathlon coaching basis anymore. And it does give me the opportunity to share Neolife with them along the way. And, with that, as I say, in setting up an online presence for myself, I link in my, and that's what I'm doing now, is I'm linking in my Neolife, the Neolife marketing site that we have available. So that's another one, they can see it, it's there, it's available. But it's to find ways of getting this done, because we need to get it done.
Okay. Anyone want to give some suggestions? Meryl? Brian?
No, nothing yet.
No, nothing, unfortunately.
Andre, you can't. Monica, Marion. Okay.
Nothing from me.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused with the earphones. I can't hear myself. I'm going to take the earphones. I need to get to this. Okay, so Bob, what I'm hearing from you is, just hold on, let me just get rid of this thing. What I'm hearing is, how do we introduce people? How in your kind of line, it's the usual topic of, where do we find these people? How do we get them to using the products? Is that what you're asking?
No, it's how to get, because with any of these things, as I say, even if you go with online presence, how do you get people in front of you? So it does go back to that marketing thing. How do you get to interact with enough people, for this, to be able to, get people in? Because at the end of the day, the first goal, as I say, set now, is that, I need to get six people under me, or 6 people around me. So, that's now started. But and I've got my list, and the only thing with that, I suppose, is, and that's where maybe it comes back to, is you've got that list, set up the list, and then just phone people and actually speak with them and see what they say, like is doing. So that's one of the things. Just
yeah. Okay, so it's making the contact, and I think one of the problems or the challenges is we have to find the words that we feel comfortable with to speak to them. And that's why I really love that. If I could show you, would you be? So you're giving the person a chance to make their own choice on it. It's not, I've got a thing, it'll solve your arthritis. If I could, would you be interested? So that for me is the one I'm working on at the moment. I love your idea of the green room. And that's something that's always worked for me, is to set up meetings in the house or in coffee shops. Fine, but then and then what you're suggesting, and I think it's also something we as a group, and if everybody would just give ideas we can share, not time, we've got 5 minutes left now, but keep
Mm.
thinking about it during the week on if we set up a series of talks. So Andre has been amazing over the years for doing that with us. But if we build up our own knowledge, we can do it ourselves. I don't need you, Bob. I don't need you, Andre. I can do it if I have enough confidence to do. And Bjorn, you've done amazing ones I've seen over the last couple of years. You've been a couple of years now. So we need to do more of that sort of thing. But I just also want to mention to you here that what's been so successful in America, and especially this is an idea for the successful business people around us. Many of them are the people we want to be in the business and doing the business, but they're so focused on what they are doing for themselves that the online order is a very successful method to get people onto a monthly auto order. If you can get that going, it can give you a great deal of residual income coming through. They're happy, they're getting a discount, they don't have to think too much about ordering, and it comes through every month. So in our overall network now under Eugenia, she's got somebody in America, 150, 200 points every month just comes through. So imagine if you could have 5 people doing 200 points every month on an auto order, 10 people on an auto order, and they don't
Yeah.
have to be in South Africa. So, and Bjorn, you've got somebody in the States as well. So this is something we need to learn, build our confidence, to build people into that space as well, depending on the category that they are in. But everybody on the
Monica?
planet needs the products.
Monica, sorry, I
Yes,
can't
yes,
find
Monica,
find the thing to raise my hand. I've been trying to, I can't find it. I want
speak,
to
Monica.
raise my, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I
Go for
can't
it.
find the thing to raise my hand. I was going to raise my hand. Monica, if I have 4 people interested in the product, and you, as you suggest, that they can do an online purchase for themselves, how would you then link it to my business?
Okay, Monica.
I'm a little bit off when it comes to technology.
Yes. I will spend some time with you, and we can do that actually as a bit of a training next week, just to go over that with people. They can join as members underneath you, linked to your
Yeah.
number, as long as they're linked to your number. Yes, Bjorn?
Right. You can. Who was that? Who was that who was talking?
Monica Dube?
Monica D.
Monica. All right, Monica. So you can also send them your personal link to your shop, and so that if they buy a particular product, it automatically goes under you.
Okay, so we'll
Yes.
listen.
Sorry,
We'll do some.
if I want to lure them into my business, and I say, you will get a discount, the same discount as a distributor gets.
Yes.
Join with your first purchase, join, and then from then on, you buy anything that you buy, you can buy at the discount, a distributor's discount.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But the other option is that if they don't want to pay and join, they can join as members, and they get a 10% discount. And as Bjorn is saying, the more sophisticated people who are buying on Takealot and Checkers 60 all the time, just send them the link and they can order straight away if they are interested. But I think we must do some more training on this in the near future, so that everybody's clear on how the system works. We have got 2 minutes left. Thanks, Monica. Excellent question. I will see Bjorn. We'll see Bjorn this afternoon. We'll see Monica this afternoon, and Marion are all coming
And
to our
Alice.
kickoff here. And Alice.
Have
And I
you
think
bought
you've got a
two
visit.
tickets for me? Sorry, Monica.
Yes, your tickets are there, Monica, in your name.
We are
For
strong.
both
We're
me
going
and Alice.
forward.
Yes, I've got tickets for all of you and Alice and Marion. You've all got tickets.
Just a quick thought.
Monica,
If you
I just
a
want to
group
say
of
we are
10
leaving at
people,
12.
if you,
Say, now
you want
listen,
a
guys,
group-
it's we've got 1 minute, one speaker. Yes, Marion Hammond.
if you want a group of people, say you want 10 people, focus on it beforehand and start building it from there. It's about the carrots. How many carrots do you want at your meeting? Focus on that. Just an idea. I don't know if it works, but I'm sure it does.
Okay.
Thank you, Marion. We're watching we're watching your carrot garden. But it's the
Don't
same
look too
idea.
closely
It's
right
focus.
now.
It's focus. Write it down. Write it down. There's something in this writing that we don't always get. Bob, thank you so much for your input. Thank you, Meryl, for being here. Monica, thank you for your question. It gives us all the questions we need, will help us to grow this group and to grow our own understanding and to reach all our dreams and to set your goals. And I promise you it works. I have absolutely no doubt on that. Bob, we'll talk personally quite soon,
Thanks.
please.
Yeah. Okay,
And
good.
and have a great week, everybody. And thank you so much for all being here. Thank you, Andre. Get better, Andre. Quick. Rob, you
Thanks,
can turn the
Monica.
recording off.
Thanks a lot.
Take care, everybody. Lots of love.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye. Ciao. Bye.